Hello my dear students, this is Physics Balaji. Today I am going to discuss evening shift of JEE Mains conducted on 22nd January 2025. This question belongs to lenses topic in ray optics. Here a lens is cut parallel to principal axis and perpendicular to principal axis, then it becomes 4 parts. What is the focal length of each part they are asking. Now it is a equiconvex lens. Power formula will be like this. 1 by f equal to mu minus 102 by r. If we cut perpendicular to principal axis, then power formula becomes like this. Mu minus 1 into 1 by r. That means power becomes half. Power focal length inversely proportional, then focal length will be doubled. When you cut parallel to principal axis, radius of curvature will not change. So power will not change, focal length will not change. So it will remain same. That means when you cut perpendicular to principal axis, focal length become 2f, and we cut parallel to principal axis, focal length remains same. That means each part focal length will be 2f only. Let's go to next question. This question belongs to equation of continuity in fluid mechanics. Here this radius is given 2r and this side radius is given r. Here velocity given 2, here they are asking to find speed. So just apply equation of continuity formula a1 v1 equal to a2 v2. We know here area was pi r square, here radius is 2r whole square. Speed is given 2. Here area will be pi r square, we are asked to find v2 value. Next question. Here they are asked to find dimensional formula of capacitance. We know energy formula q square by 2c. We can find dimensional formula of C like this. Charge dimension formula was 80. Energy dimension formula m1 L square t power minus 2. Substitute to find dimension formula of C. Next question. A proton is moving with a velocity in uniform magnetic and electric fields which are perpendicular to each other. If electric field is switched off, that means now only magnetic field is present. When a charged particle is moving in a magnetic field that undergoes circular path, the radius formula mv by bq. Mass of proton we know. Speed of proton is given 2 into 10 power 8. Magnetic field we have to find. Charge of proton we know 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Radius also given. You can find b value. This question belongs to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Here a circular ring is entered into magnetic field like this. We are asked to draw graph between EMF and time. According to Faraday's law, induced EMF formula will be BLV. When the coil is moving in magnetic field with constant velocity, B constant, V constant, but length inside the magnetic field is changing. If it is L, this part will be L by 2. And this also will be L by 2. Let us assume it is x, it is radius r, Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square, you can find L value. But again to find x, we can use this one. Here radius r equal to x plus vt, you can find x value here. Substitute here to find L. Then EMF formula will be BLV, substitute L value in terms of time. Now we got EMF in terms of t variable. Here t square term is there, it can't be a straight line. It should be a curve. When t was 0, if we keep t 0, here r square minus r square 0, EMF will be 0. That means out of the 4 graphs, when time 0, EMF 0, that means 3, 4 eliminated. Out of 1 and 2, we have to identify which is correct. Because at time 0, EMF will be 0 in both 1 and 2. Now, to identify in 1 and 2, we have to find slope here. That means differentiate E with respect to time. Then I will get equation like this. In this equation, if we keep Vt equal to R, then here slope becomes 0. When Vt becomes equal to R? Vt becomes R when x is 0. That means when center of the circular loop reaches this point, this edge, that means half of the circular ring enters the magnetic field, then we will get slope becomes 0. Slope 0 means second option not possible, only first option possible. Next question. Here force given, displacement given, and work done by this force is 0 given. They are asked to find value of B. Work done formula F dot S. So work done is 0. Apply here and you can find B value. Next question. This question belongs to LCR circuit. Here in this circuit, maximum amplitude of current is I0 when resistance is R. We can have current maximum at resonance only. Resonance means XL equal to XC. Then maximum current formula V0 by Z formula root of XL minus XC whole square plus R square. XL XC cancel, you will get V0 by R. Next question. Statement question here. Fringe width of red light is more than violet light given. Fringe width formula we know lambda d by d. Fringe width directly proportional to lambda. Wavelength of red light is greater than wavelength of violet light. So fringe width of red will be more than fringe width of violet. So statement 1 correct. Statement 2. Fringe width is directly proportional to wavelength. Yes, fringe width directly proportional to wavelength. Statement 2 also correct. Next one. This question belongs to KTG, kinetic theory of gases. Here a non-vibratory diatomic molecule is there. Its degrees of freedom is 5. We know gamma equal to 1 plus 2 by F. Substitute F to find gamma 1 here. In the second case they had mentioned it is a vibratory diatomic molecule. When it is vibrating, degrees of freedom will becomes 5 plus 2. 2 is the vibratory degrees of freedom. Then total degrees of freedom becomes 7. Substitute here to get gamma 2 value. From these values we can understood gamma 1 greater than gamma 2. Next question. Here force is given, position vector is given, we are asked to find torque. We know that tau bar equal to R bar cross F bar. Apply cross product to find torque. It's a direct question. This question belongs to electromagnetism. Here it is a current carrying wire. Due to that, they are asked to find magnetic field at point O. Due to infinite long wire, at a distance R, magnetic field formula mu naught I by 2 pi R. So for 5 amps current, for this 5 amps current, magnetic field will be B1. According to right hand thumb rule, here magnetic will be into the board. Due to 4 amps current, magnetic will be out of the board. So B1 value mu naught, I value 5 amps by 2 pi, distance 6 plus 4, 10 centimeters converted to meters. Similarly B2 value mu naught, I value 4 by 2 pi, distance 4 into 10 power minus 2. These two are opposite, subtract to find net magnetic field. Next question. Here a pendulum is taken from Earth to another planet having mass 4 times and radius double that of Earth. Then the time period of pendulum remains same they told. Let us check that one. Time period of simple pendulum formula 2 pi root of L by G. Time period is inversely proportional to square root of G. G formula Gm by capital R square. Substitute G value here. You will get relation between time period and mass and radius of the planet. We know that radius of the planet is 2 times the radius of Earth and mass of the planet is 4 times of mass of Earth. Simplify, you will get time period of planet equal to time period of Earth. Statement 1 correct. Statement 2. Time period of pendulum only depends on gravity of the planet they told. Time period of planet depends only on gravity they told, but it depends on length of the pendulum also. Statement 2 is false. Next question. This question belongs to logic gates in semiconductor devices. Here this is a simple question. It is A. This will be A bar. NOT gate, and this will be A only. Again it is B, this will be B bar. It's a AND gate, A bar dot B. Here also it's an AND gate, multiply here A into B bar. Now what gate it should be so that Y value becomes like this. Here A given, B given, Y value given. Find A bar dot B and A dot B bar. When you add both of them, you will get 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 0. Exactly reverse to this one. So it should be a OR plus NOT NOR gate. Next question. This question belongs to logic gates and semiconductor devices. Here, when A is 0 volts and B is 0 volts, current flows from high voltage to low voltage. So these two diodes are forward bias. These two acts like a wire. Then it should be same potential. Y also will be 0 volts. If A 5 volts and B 0 volts, then current passes through B. Again, it's a conductor. Y becomes 0 volts only. If A is 0 volts and B is 5 volts, current passes through A. A will be forward bias. Then again it becomes a wire. Y will be 0 volts only. When A and B both are 5 volts, then here 5 volts, here also 5 volts. Current flow will not happen. Current flow will be 0. Current flow becomes 0. So then here potential difference will be 0. That means if it is 5 volts, this also will be 5 volts. That means Y becomes high. That means 0, 0, 0, 1 you will get. So this will happen when for AND gate. This will happen for AND gate. Next question. This question belongs to displacement current in electromagnetic waves. Displacement current formula epsilon naught d phi by dt, where phi is the electric flux. Electric flux formula E dot A. Area constant I can throw out dE by dt. Displacement current directly proportional to area. So here I1 by I2 and A1 by A2 given. Substitute to find I2 value. It's a direct question. You can solve it easily. Next, it's a CR circuit in current electricity. Here in steady state, current through capacitor becomes 0. At steady state, current through capacitor will be 0. When there is no current through capacitor, due to this open circuit, in this part, no current flows because no source of battery was there. Here current flow won't be there. So then this circuit simply becomes like this. Only this part will be there, remaining part. Again these two are in series, R plus R 2R. Again these two are in parallel, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Again these two will be series. Again these two will be parallel. Again these two will be in series. Current formula total voltage by total resistance, R1 plus R2. You will get the answer. It's a different question. Look at carefully. Here we have a glass slab. Above that a film coating was there having some thickness T. That film refractive index is 2. Glass refractive index is 1.44. A light incident normally on the film. For normal incidence, no refraction takes place. Light will pass straight like this. To have maximum transmission, thickness of the film how much? It was the question. When light incident on the face of the film, some part will be reflected, some part will be transmitted. Again at this point also, some part will be reflected. Actually it reflected vertical upwards only. Just I had to understand clearly, I had drawn like this. Some part will be reflected, some part will be transmitted. These two reflected rays superimpose to produce interference. To have maximum transmission, reflection should be minimum, here intensity should be minimum. Now let us find path difference of these two. For x1, for first ray, path difference will be here, it is a reflection from denser medium, so path difference will be lambda by 2. It is reflection from rarer medium, path difference will be 0, but the path traveled is mu 2 here, mu t here. Again it will come back mu t plus mu t, 2 mu t. So total path difference will be 2 mu t minus lambda by 2. To have here maximum transmission, minimum reflection should be there, this intensity should be minimum. To have intensity minimum, path difference will be lambda by 2, odd number of lambda by 2. Substitute here. You can find 2 mu t equal to lambda. You can find thickness of the film. Here a small electric dipole is there and it is the axial line. Their electric field is E0, potential is V0. And it is the equatorial line. Here electric field how much, potential how much they are asking. To solve this question we should know electric field on axial line of a short dipole formula, equatorial line formula, potential on axial line, potential on equatorial line. On equatorial line potential will be 0. On axial line electric field is given E0. On equatorial electric field is E, we have to find this one. But here distance 2r is given. Simplify so that divide 1 and 2 so that you will get E and E0 relation. Potential 0. Potential on equatorial line is 0. Next question. Next question. Here it is the projectile. They are asked to find what is the speed at maximum height. At maximum height of projectile, vertical velocity will be 0. Only you will be having horizontal velocity u cos theta. So just you have to find u cos theta. That's all. Next question. Here it is a problem based on effective resistance and current electricity. Here A is the input and B is the output. Current is passing from A to B. Here, if you draw a perpendicular for A to B, so this plane will be symmetric to input output. This plane is called as equipotential surface. For this equipotential surface, potential everywhere will be same. That means I can split this point wise like this. So this also equipotential, this also equipotential. So potential will be same. Whether you combine or separate, it will be same only. Then these two will be series. These two will be series. So 2R parallel, it becomes R. That only you can see here, R. Similarly, this 2R and this 2R parallel, you will get R here. These three are series. Again, these three are series. 3R you will get here. Here also 3R. Both are parallel. 3R by 2 is the answer. Next question. This question belongs to errors and approximations. Here, error in mass given, error in radius given, error in length given. They are asked to find error in density. Density formula mass by volume. Volume formula pi r square L for a wire. Where r is the radius, L is the length, m is the mass. Apply here, you can find delta rho by rho into 100. Next question. A rectangular loop is moving in a magnetic field like this with constant velocity. V constant, L constant, B naught constant. You can find EMF here. We will get EMF also constant for wire PS. For SR, length and velocity parallel EMF 0. For PQ, length and velocity parallel EMF 0. For QR, it is outside the magnetic field, no EMF will be there. Only due to PS, you can have EMF, but B, LV all are constants. You can get EMF constant. Option A. An electron moving in a magnetic field circular path, they told. When a charged particle moving in magnetic field, radius formula will be mv by bq. And they asked to apply Bohr's quantization. mv are equal to nh by 2 pi. Angular momentum is quantized. From this mv value, nh by 2 pi r. Substitute mv here, you can find radius value. So r into r square proportional to r square equal to nh by 2 pi bq. Q means electron charge. Here n means first excited state mentioned and value 2. Find r value. Next question. Here a cylinder of length L is there filled with liquid having mass 2m. With respect to one end, if the cylinder is rotated horizontally, then what is the force acting on other end they are asking. At this end they are asked to find force. At a distance x, consider small elemental part thickness dx and pressure difference between these 2 points is dp. Along x-axis pressure difference formula rho a thickness dx, where a is the acceleration formula omega square x when it is undergoing circular path like this. Substitute a value there and integrate. Here x will be 0, pressure will be 0. Here x will be equal to L, pressure we have to find. So rho constant, omega square constant, x power 1 integration x square by 2. Apply limits. Pressure at this end is P. Here pressure formula force by area. We can find force value. Density into area into length volume is mass. Total mass of the liquid is given 2m. Substitute here 2m. So we can find omega value from this. Again we will meet in the next 23rd January question paper. Thank you.